Hello everybody, it's James Pover here. So I'll give you a little update on what we're up to here at Vale in Castelo Branco, Portugal. It is springtime in bloom, the most glorious time of the year really here. So pretty, so many beautiful smells wafting through this peaceful, tranquil mountain foot vale. So much growth. Orange trees nearly as tall as me now. Chestnut. I've got a couple of these growing. Chestnut trees. They're getting about a foot long. Just harvested some potatoes from this spot. So a couple of meals worth there. Got loads of cabbage going on and broccoli here. Some of it's flowering as well. Been working on these steps coming down from the dirt track here down to our first level, which is kind of like an orchard area with, this is going to be a structure for like a shelter for people to, you know, like meditate, hang out, read a book, whatever in peace, with a bit of canopy going across all that before long. Creating some nice rock gardens. Been doing work separating some of these peach and plum trees. There were just tons of peach and plum saplings clustered around the base of, you know, the older trees. So they'd obviously taken root, and we have like dozens of them. So I've had to spread out some of them, moving them around to space them around the land, so they're all clustered together, so they'll produce some decent fruits. I love all these golden, purple, violet plants that grow wild around here. I've been preparing this bed. It's got all sorts of compost and layers of material in there that should be good for planting perhaps more spinach, because we love spinach. This is all spinach here. We've got spinach every day. Parsley here. I'm going to grow more parsley here. Aloe vera there. We got some succulents. Quince tree has flowered and it should start fruiting. Yeah, here we are. These are the fruits, and they'll be ready by about October. Like a cross between an apple and a pear with a twang. These agavas are getting nice and big. I'm going to continue this theme of like rock garden along this side, gradually building it up. This is a plum that I've moved here. This is a peach that I've moved here. This is another chestnut moved here. Plum, another plum. Goji berry bush is the idea. I'm going to have like a triangulation of trees here, and then this goji is just going to wind itself all the way up these trees and produce tons of goji berry fruits every year. Just needs some proper support. This is our apple tree, pear tree. These are all plums here. This is plum again. I've planted that entire in a compost area that I've been developing. I'm going to cover that with soil soon. This is the peach tree. It's got some sort of genetic problem, this, so we have to pick off all these curly leaves and just leave the ones that are not affected, like these ones. We have to do that once a year. Eventually this should grow out, this problem, but it doesn't seem to prevent the tree from producing fruits. And so actually some of the tastiest peaches I've ever tasted have come off that. They weren't very big last year. It'll just get bigger and bigger each year, especially if we prune in the right way. But yeah, this will have probably about 30 or 40 peaches on it this year. So that was a sapling that I planted when we got here back in winter 2020. This is another plum tree. I'm settling a spot there for it, separated from the others. This structure is bit by bit coming along. Got the foundations down now. It's a nice little seating area there with an absolutely stunning view of our mountain Vale and a little bit of that peak there, which I love staring into the distance at. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. It's covered in eucalyptus. Doing a lot of work on these rock borders, seating areas, another little area where somebody could sit and meditate and chill. Really nice spot, that. Or if you had, you know, some sort of event going on, like somebody could perch you with an instrument and, or, you know, speak to an audience or whatever. Geraniums. And, yeah, the loquat fruits coming through now. These will be ready by about May. Nice, beautiful, golden, tangy plum type fruits. Delicious. One of my favourites around here. Never tried them until I came to Portugal. Apple tree, absolutely tons of apples before long. Figs, these will be ready probably around July. We've got 3 massive fig trees here and tons of saplings there. I need to spread those out as well. Same over here with this fig tree. That's a big peach there with loads of peach babies clustered there. I need to spread those apart. These are quince trees that we had to do the same, you know, because it happens. They all start dropping their fruits and some of those seeds develop in saplings around the base of the tree, and then you don't want to just leave them there like that. We dig them out and separate the roots, and then you've got a perfectly new clone tree from that original tree. Well, some of them are clones actually, I should say, and some of them are actually sprouted from fruits. This is another quince we planted here. Got Phoenix to dig holes and locate them here, and they're all coming through now. They're all sprouting leaves, and I wouldn't even be surprised. Yeah, look at that. Some of them have even had flowers this year, so they should produce some tiny little fruits. They're probably not going to be very good, not for some years to come. But, you know, just priming this place for the future when we have more people here on a more regular basis. There's another one all along this border. How's this one doing? Well, it's definitely alive. That one's the only one that's not got any flowers coming off of it. Yeah, this one's alive. It's got leaves coming out. Not many, but it's alive. There's another one here. This one's doing really well. Yeah, so we only planted these a couple of months ago, essentially in those spots. For whoever comes here and stays in the tent, we've now got this air bed, which you can lie on as like a sunbed. 2 people maybe comfortably enough. Or even take that thing to one of the lakes around here and enjoy some, lounging on one of the more still parts of the river, Rio Magaja. Let's come down here, check the river. Some chemtrails today. This is another big fig tree. Some of the best figs on the land come from that. We've also got this peach tree here is doing remarkably well. I didn't plant that there. I don't even know how it got there, but it's just been getting bigger and bigger each year. This is a mimosa tree. Beautiful leaves, like fern-like leaves. Getting huge now. Twice as tall as me. Probably 16 or 17 feet tall at least now, that mimosa. It's shot up. This is some bamboo that I harvested from the river downstream from some place where there was some growing wild, or somebody planted there deliberately. But this is all sprouting through now because it had a big root cluster. This will just keep coming through. At some point I'm going to plant it down there, and then we're going to have tons of bamboo that we can use for materials and just for scenery as well. This is another plum that I planted here. I need to give that some water. This is our little toilet area here. The shower, we just need one more component on the shower, which is a little tiny 12-volt pump. I need to go and pick it up from a friend. It should have arrived by now, and then that thing should be operational. Let's have a little look down the river here. It's beautiful. Ferns everywhere now. Love these ferns. Look at that. Tranquility. This is such a glorious place to hang out. Feels so good on the feet. Just when you've been working hard out in the sunshine here. So nice and cool. But not freezing this time of year. Just very pleasant. Very refreshing. So I'm going to build a little bridge across this spot. That's a project. Some people are coming here now. My friend Jack should be here tomorrow from the UK. He's bringing a friend. We've got Bridget as well from our group, KSAAA. She's a South African lady touring Europe, I believe, at the moment, in Italy. She wants to come here and visit for a while. There are some people from the UK from the group. Marie Morrison, she should be coming over here fairly soon to help with this place and landscape and hang out for a month or two. Get a feel. Honestly, living in a place like this, you don't really feel much inclined to go, you don't dream of like tropical paradises or stuff like that. This time of the year is just paradise. There's no place I'd rather be. It can get a bit hot, so we're going to prepare a bit better for this year. We've got the pump, so we can dig an area and then create like an inland pool, like natural pool. So lots of projects in the pipes, guys. Watch this space. If you feel like you want to come and be a part of this development in preparation for what's to come in 2025, I would imagine, working on the more temple, complex projects somewhere on this land, or buying up some more of the land strips around here, and then finding the right spot, and then literally creating like an Asiarite temple where it's all about dedicated practice of the sacred spiritual sciences, teachings of the Lord One in Christos. Running frequency, charging, holding the frequencies here, building the site up as a Q zone. I love all this time of year when all the grasses come up with their seeding pods and stuff, and it just shines in the light, like sways back and forth. It's glorious. There's another plum that I planted here where I was developing a little compost spot. So I plopped that on top and then covered it with more good quality compost soil that we've been developing. This is an orange tree here. All these prickly pears that I've planted here all over the slope, they should start producing some prickly pear cactus fruit, which are absolutely delicious. They're a bit spiny. You've got to be careful not to get the little spines in your gob. As long as you prepare them right, they're wonderful. So this spot, I'm gonna maybe grow some basil there and shade it a little bit more. Then this is all gonna be tomatoes and peppers like it has been each year. This cherry tree was tiny when we got here. I've been watering it regularly, feeding it regularly, and I set up a little system with tiles so that all the water that goes onto the peppers and tomatoes here ends up going to that ultimately, like the runoff, and then that's why that's got so big so quickly, I would imagine. But this has now got cherries coming through. You can see them for the first time. The cherries, first year we got those, and this tree's going to get enormous if we carry on that way. Let's have a look up here. These are seeds I'm developing here in this floating foam thing. I need to take that out actually. We've got another little tent up there that's got a double mattress in it with that's very comfortable actually. It's a small space, but if you're just sleeping in it, it's absolutely perfectly comfortable and adequate. I want to live in it permanently, but you know, just for guests who might be visiting, it's perfect. I'm going to develop this spot again. I need to work on this a little bit more, but this is like a little summer shelter thing just to keep the heat off. This is Phoenix's bedroom, which has got like a tarpaulin over the top. It's actually very cozy in there. I built all this. It might not look like much, but it does the job, and Phoenix loves it in there. It's got like a double mattress in there. It's got like an ensuite toilet. It's got its own little sink as well with a tap. Works perfectly well. I won't show you what his bed looks like because it's probably not made. It's a little rock garden here with a seat. A couple of people could sit here and chill and meditate and look at the amazing views. I love this spot. It's wonderful. More cactuses. So yeah, we've got another land over here where there's a gigantic orange tree that produces probably about 1,000 oranges every single season. So we're mining that at the moment for oranges, which is providing us with much of our daily intake of fruit. We have fruit all year round here, and there's just fruit trees galore, more fruit trees being grown everywhere. This whole place is just going to be filled with fruit trees. Perfect for the fruitarians amongst us who wish to come and stay. Let's have a look up here. We need to develop some steps coming up here. Could be a bit slippery for some people. Might lose their footing. But this is a little area that we carved out here. The help of a visiting friend. This is just a little two-person tent here. Let's have a look inside. Nice comfy little space. Perfect for a couple to sleep in. Oh, and the best thing about it though is when as soon as you open that door, you've got this view here, which is actually one of the best views in the whole place. I mean, for somebody that just wants to sit up here and chill, and they've got their own little space to retreat to, it's wonderful really. But we can carve out more areas up this slope. This is what I intend to do. Build little platforms as well, like little wooden decking platforms, and have all sorts of little islands of things going on up here. Tents, you know, like retreat rooms for people to do healing works and massage and that kind of thing. Cathara, of course, and the rest. We've got this little lake here. It's going to start dwindling down now because this time of year it does start to dry up, and then eventually that's just going to be a spot which is actually wonderful to hang out with as well. That gets quite a nice amount of shade. Can easily accommodate 100 people there sat in a circle with a bonfire in the middle, you know, for events and stuff like that. And then that will just be dry all the way through from probably May to October, November, typically when it starts to rain again. So anyway, I hope you have all enjoyed this little tour of Vale d'Azoline, and if anybody wants to come, let me know. Tents are available, that larger bell tent down the bottom. If you own an Akasha pendant from us, KSAAA Special Edition 2024 Akasha pendant with the corrected ruche architecture, you can buy that from us in the new KSAAA Healing Arts and Crafts Emporium Facebook group. And owners of that pendant will get a reduction on staying in the luxury bell tent down the bottom. There will be other perks as well with the pendant as we go. Discounts on other things that we're developing. If you own one of those already, that'd be worthwhile. And it's just a gorgeous, timeless, classic piece of Christic jewellery that's, in my opinion, the most sophisticated piece of Christic jewellery that's ever been produced. More to come as well. This is James Fover signing out. Much love to you all. Peace. Ashalam.